Andy told me to marry
But that
Jason,
is not
so
true.
there we go.
At least
Worst
I don't
idea in
remember. I don't
history.
Bethenny Frankel claims Andy Cohen advised her to say "I do" to her ex-hubby, Jason Hoppy.
I know Andy Cohen really well. I did not realize how decisive he is.
The brief mention of her ex was made on the latest episode of her Just Be podcast, while chatting with her former Real Housewives of New York City co-star Jill Zarin.
Andy told me to marry
But that
Jason,
is
so
not true.
there we go.
At least
Worst
I don't
idea in
remember. I don't
history.
It is my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife.
The Skinny Girl founder doesn't publicly talk about her ex much, but back in 2021, she opened up about marrying someone who wasn't in the public eye.
I ended up marrying someone who was just a regular person, who seemed like they could handle all of what's going on with me and being in reality television. And I was sort of proud of myself for just marrying someone who had a simple life and they didn't come from much, and so they would never want anything from me.
Would you take this thing seriously, please?
Jason appeared on the hit Bravo franchise in 2010 and their spin-off Bethenny Ever After from 2010 to 2011.
It's a lot, all of it for me. Everything, just all of it. Career has been an enormous change. Getting married, having a baby, having a new family. I'm like in complete shock. I don't even know who I am anymore.
And Bethenny said she initially didn't want a prenup because she thought having one was embarrassing and awkward, but ultimately they did. Well, the two, who share 13-year-old daughter Bryn, tied the knot in 2010 and announced their split 2 years later, but they weren't legally divorced until 2021.
There's all of that kind of legal technicality. So if we're being technical, I'm not legally divorced. I'm really happy that I'm on the other side of it, for sure. But there are still some obstacles.
Bethenny's divorce came amid news she was engaged to film producer and real estate developer Paul Bernin.
You have to really get in touch with what you want to do that's going to make you feel happy.
At the time, she was spotted out wearing a massive ring on that finger and flashed the sparkler on Instagram.
It was so stunning.
The two split in 2020, but confirmed they were back together on Valentine's Day 2021, sharing sweet posts on Instagram. But when it comes to walking down the aisle, Bethenny told ET they're in no rush.
We are happy with where we are. We're honestly just so happy that we're being in the moment. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken, so it's not like we're rushing.